Whatever we do with money, we need to manage it well. A planned and coherent programme of financial education combining mathematics, citizenship, PSHE education and other subject areas can help give children and young people the knowledge, skills and confidence they need to manage their money now and in the future. To aid in the planning and development of financial education, PFEG has worked in consultation with teachers to produce a primary planning framework. This highlights key financial knowledge, skills and attitudes to personal finance, appropriate to different ages of pupils across 4 key themes. These include how to manage money, becoming a critical consumer, managing risks and emotions associated with money, understanding the important role money plays in our lives. The primary planning framework is designed to help you plan and deliver appropriate financial education flexibly across the range of subjects and learning opportunities available within your school's curriculum. From experience, we know that schools have used the framework in lots of different ways to help inform and develop their financial education provision. In this video, we will be sharing these ideas and highlighting how you could use the primary planning framework in your school to further develop financial education. Now, if you're introducing financial education for the first time or want to get an accurate picture of where it is being delivered within your school, the primary planning framework can be used as an auditing tool. Teachers have shared the framework with subject leads who have identified where existing financial education is being delivered. Collating this onto one framework gives a useful snapshot of the school's current provision. Having completed an audit, the next stage is often to consider areas of the planning framework that are not yet being delivered but are still very appropriate for the pupils within the school. This process often involves input from the class teachers who know the pupils best and in many cases in conjunction with the views from the pupils themselves. Pupil voice is a very effective way of ensuring that the financial education that is planned and delivered is most effectively meeting the pupils' needs. The primary planning frameworks can be used as a tool in helping to gather this information. Using the topics from the framework, teachers have conducted pupil voice activities, identifying which ones the pupils already understand, those that they would like to know more about, and those which they think they should learn about later on. The outcomes of the pupil voice can be used alongside teacher input to develop a coherent programme of financial education which best meets the needs of pupils across all year groups. During the lesson planning phase, reference to the primary planning framework will provide appropriate age-related learning objectives which could be transferred directly from the framework or amended to suit your needs. These learning objectives would also form part of your assessment strategy, measuring whether pupils have met their learning objectives by the end of a lesson. There is a dedicated assessment video for more information on this. The framework also provides a consolidated overview of financial education within the primary phase, and this helps ensure there is progression in the financial education delivered from one year group to the next and from one key stage to the next. At a strategic level, it is very useful to be able to show this progression throughout the school. When considering progression from Year 6, there is a secondary planning framework which you may wish to consult. This has been designed in exactly the same way as the primary version and is used in very similar ways in secondary schools. Some upper Key Stage 2 teachers have found it useful to begin introducing their pupils to topics in the secondary planning framework as part of the transition process. In your development of financial education, you may find that there are specific local issues, such as illegal money lending or large-scale redundancies, which you might want to reflect in the pupils' learning. Areas such as these will not appear on the framework due to their specific local nature. However, we would definitely encourage the inclusion of local issues into pupils' learning. These will be areas which are real and relevant to them and their families and important for them to understand. When planning your financial education programme, it can be extremely useful to also consider the sensitivities that exist around money. For example, asking pupils how much pocket money they receive can highlight significant inequalities and would best be avoided. As an alternative to this, you could provide pupils with scenarios, so they are not exploring their own finances, but those of fictional characters. There should also be an awareness that certain faiths have different approaches to money, such as Islamic Sharia law, and these should also be considered. These are just a few of the ways to use the primary planning framework. Download it from the PFEG website now.